Hey, my loves, it's reading time. We are reading I Can Read Well, Book 3, so go ahead and grab it. And we're going to open it to the very first page today. We're starting on the very first page. So we are reading it together. I'm not reading by myself. You are reading with me. And still, we're working on smoothness. We're working on good expression, recognizing the vowels right away, looking out for any special sounds right away. So go ahead and open your book. We're going to read. I am reading it from here and you are reading it from there, and we're reading together, even though we're not in the same place. How cool is that? Super cool, and it can be done. So I want you to read with me, okay? We're practicing. So are you ready? Awesome, let's start. My cat Pete. My cat Pete is cute. He can run like a flash. I like to fix his meal. Pete can smell the fish. And what's that sight word, everybody? Chew. Yes, good job. So what's the cat's name? His name is Pete. And how does he run? Yes, like a flash. So if he runs like a flash, is that fast or is that slow? Super fast, yes. And what can Pete smell? He can smell the fish. He can smell his meal, yes. Okay, now let's go ahead and read page 3. He will run fast so he can eat. My mom will fix my meal. I plan to eat a lot. Then I will play in the shade with Pete. So what does mom fix for her son? A meal, yes. And after he eats, what will he do? He'll play in the shade, yes. And why do you think that he'll play in the shade? Yeah, so there are many answers to this, right? Because in the shade it's not as hot, it's not as bright, the sun won't be hurting his eyes. So those are just some of the options of maybe why he wants to play in the shade. Good job. Then you're gonna flip it over one more time. We're reading page 4. Are you ready? Page 4. I can pray. I can pray to God. I pray to him if I am glad. I pray to him if I am sad. I can pray at home. I can pray in my class. God likes to hear me pray. So to whom do we pray? To God. Yes, he can always hear our prayers. He will always come to our rescue, and he's always ready and willing to listen. So we always pray to God. And when should we pray? So that's a little bit of a tricky question, because we can pray anytime, anywhere, right? There isn't a certain time that we should pray. We can pray in the morning as soon as we wake up. We can pray at night right before we go to bed. We can pray in the middle of the day if we just want to have some time with God. We pray after worship. We sometimes, grown-ups, sometimes we pray in our car when we're driving. So there is many different times that you can pray, that you should pray. Now, a good time that you should always pray is before meals, right? We know that we should always pray before we eat to thank God for our food. So that's the time that you should always pray. But you can pray at any time during the day. It doesn't have to be a certain hour at a certain time. You can pray and you can talk to God anytime, anywhere. And that's it for today, kiddos. Good job reading.